Welcome to another episode of the Edge Whitetails November 7th edition. Starts right now. Alright, welcome back. We are headed in. Now, I parked in a different spot. If you watched my video last night, I talked about changing things up. This is the spot where I used to park, and as you can see, roosters flying around. This is kind of right at the end of those oaks where I mowed all that out, just on the other side of the creek. So we're going to hop across the creek, going into the food plot tonight. It's a west wind. It's supposed to be slightly changing to southwest, which will blow out right over that pond. And we're hopeful that we're going to get some good action tonight. As you've seen on the video last night, a lot of stuff moved down here in the bottom. It's a little warmer today. That could change things up, but it's also November 7th, so stay tuned. So instead of looping up and around, coming from the north, basically directly in, and I'm just going to grab the deer trail here and make my way in. Hopefully these pheasants flushing doesn't tip the deer off, but again, it's an after work hunt, so it's a quickie, and man, I'd sure like to make something happen. Alright, we're made it in, and I'm up in the stand, as you can see, over the food plot. I know that is a usual, it's no new spot for sure, but with the wind tonight, and as warm as it is, the sun popped out now, and it is really, really warm. It feels like I've got this jacket on, and that's why it feels so warm, but the wind is blowing right out over the pond, which is good. And with as warm as it is, I'm hoping that the does want to be on these greens, and wherever the does are is where you, by all rights, should find a nice buck right now. So naturally, we're after split G2. I'm going to be honest with you, though. I haven't had him on a trail camera since October 23rd. That's a long time. I'm really starting to get a little worried about it. I've been following that deer for, this will be the third season, and I'm hoping that, it wasn't a highway issue, or, I did find a couple dead deer along the river. I hope there's nothing like EHD-wise or something, but we also had a couple other nice bucks that were targets as well, and haven't really seen hide nor hair of them either, which is very, very odd, because we have all these does here. There's lots of mature does, so by all rights, you would think that we would have a plethora of nice bucks wanting to chase them around too. So we've definitely got the does, and we're hunting over top the does. So all we can do is keep plugging at it, and hopefully, one of them big bucks will just show up, and we'll go from there. So we're going to settle in tonight in anticipation that they're going to come to these greens with the warmer weather. After all, it is November 7th. They should be out moving around anyway, even though it's warm. So hang with me tonight. We're bringing you this next episode of The Edge Whitetails. Straight back behind the tree. About as perfect of a wind as you could possibly get for this stand. It's going right into that pond. And across that pond is easily 100 yards. So my thought process is as my scent settles into that pond by then. But maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But a lot of times they don't stand on that east bank of that pond anyway. So I think we're in great shape with that west wind blowing through the west thicket and the east thicket where does ought to be bedded up. I'm hoping to catch one. I would love for it to happen right here, coming right up the backside of that. That is how you would draw it up anyway. We'll see if the game plan comes together. Well, I know you all can't see it very well, but that's a nice little 8-pointer right there. I thought he was going to come right up under the stand here, but he come in here a little ways on one of my paths, and then he kind of nosed around, and then now he went back up to the north a little bit, and he's on one of those main trails. Be interesting to see which way he goes. I thought he was going to come right over here, check out the food plot quick. Would have been some good footage. Could have got him right underneath of us. We still might. So that's a good sign there. We still got about an hour to go. So that one there is actually a different one than the first one that I got. Come through. This one's a wide 8-pointer. And I don't think it's the one I passed up by the farm. This one I think we've got plenty of pictures of. Have to look back. He's off to my northeast now. Still got that doe out on the food plot. I thought maybe he would make his way over here, but he's got his nose to the ground, and same as that other buck, he's looking for something in particular. So just to give you a play-by-play here, both of them bucks are off to my northeast now. I saw the other one come back out of the north thicket and go over towards him. I've lost sight of that wide 8. I don't know where he's went, but I don't think he could be far. We still got that doe on the fur plot, but I think she's just a little one. So it's nothing to attract them. But now I see that 8 coming back. I had grunted, and I think he's looking now. I don't know if I'd want to shoot him or not. We'll have to see if he gets right up under me, but he's a nice buck, but he doesn't look real old. This one right here is not the one. He's the smaller of the two. I thought maybe the other one had come back. This was the first one. And maybe he will. There's plenty of time yet. So that doe is still out on the foot plot. I'm not sure where the little 8 went behind me. That's another doe that came from the south and is feeding along the plot. I feel like completely pinned down in here because this doe out in front of me, if one of them catches anything, where the jig's up on everything. I feel like I'm surrounded by deer, but I gotta try my best not to move around. So a couple more does came out down there to the south of the pond, and that little 8-pointer started nudging them around. As you maybe can tell a little bit in the video, I apologize. I'm trying really hard to get all this. Looks like the does are coming back towards the water. So finally, Junior is moving on there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's just a big button buck. I've been so nervous this whole time because it's wide open to it. And I kept thinking it was going to bust me because I'm trying to move around and get the camera on stuff. And all the other deer on. It's going to sound funny, but remember when I said earlier in the video that they don't really move around on the east side of the pond? Well, that's where they're all ending up right now, so shows what I know. It's got to be the first time I've ever seen them on that east bank. But what do you do? There's no such thing as always and never with deer. Just what I thought. Something caught their attention. Small buck down south. There he goes. So that right there is why I stated at the beginning that the does right now want to stick to some tight cover. And part of the reason behind my picking the food plot tonight, that little guy right there is just harassing her, and she don't want anything to do with him, as you can tell. But that's why a doe in this phase, if she's not ready, she's gonna stay close to the cover because she's tired of it. So y'all are probably wondering what happened to that wide 8. Well, we do have a hot doe in here, and she came along the trail to the north of me, and she went out to the north, and I saw that wide 8 right behind her. Now looking at him through the binoculars, he's definitely not a buck that I want to shoot. He's only a 3-year-old. But gosh, I really wanted to get some good footage of him, and I've got so much back cover in this tree behind me, which is what I need, as you can tell, that it's hard to get the camera to focus through all those limbs. But, that kind of is what it is. What a fun night. We're not quite done yet. We probably got about 10 minutes left of light, so I'm not going to wrap it up, but man, lots of action. I felt pinned down the whole time, which is good. High anxiety. That's what makes it so fun. But we're going to hang out here just a little bit longer. Well, unfortunately, we're losing light fast. As much as I hate to see this evening end, it was a fun evening. This was awesome. As you can see, there we definitely have a doe and estrus in the property, and then all different phases. I've still got that doe out here with her yearling. Lots of deer moving around tonight. All in all, just a really, really fun sit. I am actually going to get out in the morning, tomorrow morning. I have my grandmother's funeral midday, and thanks to Grandma, I'm going to get out in the morning, and not going to be able to sit a long time. But as I say before, hunt when you can, and we're going to see what happens in here in the morning. Still haven't figured out where I'm going to sit yet, especially with not being able to sit a long time in the morning. But I feel like the action should be really good. I do want to apologize to y'all. I'm sure tonight's footage wasn't the greatest. It was just trying to get it through all that back cover, but maybe I need to poke a couple holes in the back cover behind me, but man, I sure hate to do that. It's sometimes after the leaves fall and this gets so sunlit up in here, I need all the help I can get. This is the only tree to really be on the corner of the food plot, so kind of tough either way, but I did what I could to get some footage there. But like I said, I'll be out in the morning, so watch for that. It'll be posted before 11 o'clock anyway, so thanks as always for watching. If you would, hit the subscribe button, share our channel with all your friends. Sure love to build it up. So for the Edge Whitetails, I'm Eric Johnston, and remember to get outdoors.